Hey family, so welcome back to Boricua Science Nation once again, family. Let me just start by saluting the people from Puerto Rico, all over Boricua from the island of the United States and the whole world. Salute to you, Boricuas. We love you all from here, from Puerto Rico. Boricua! Okay, let me salute my Hispanic people, including the Mexicans. Also, my people from Chicago, where I was born in the United States as a whole, the greatest nation in the whole world, family, in the whole world. Okay, so I I I I watched the fight between Caleb Plant and Dave Benavides, man. About time, about time. I had that fight there for like I don't know when that fight happened, like 2 weeks ago, right? I had it like a weekend or a weekend and a half ago. I didn't have the time or I really did. It's like I didn't put a lot of attention on the fight. The fight was pretty good fight. I had Pat winning the first 5 rounds. This is the sixth round was pretty close. The seventh as well. In the eighth round, Dave Benavides headbutt Caleb Plant, and he caught Caleb Plant. I think he was under the eye or over the eye. I don't know. I know that he was bleeding a lot. He was bleeding a lot, and then these people, the commentators were talking about how Caleb Plant was holding a lot, but at the same time they didn't see Dave Benavides elbowing Caleb Plant because he didn't want to let Caleb Plant to hold him. He just wanted to just get away from him to hit him, and Caleb Plant was doing a good job of holding. But these commentators, they like a fighter, and when they like a fighter, they want the fighter to win. They're gonna start criticizing. They're gonna start attacking that the fighter they don't want to win. So they didn't want Caleb Plant to win. They were giving Caleb Plant credit. Caleb Plant was doing a great job. The jab was there. He was throwing a lot. He was fast. I mean, in that division, he's the fastest. You could see a human there, Benavides. The guy was down in the scorecard. He was down. And then after that, Dave Benavides got away with a lot of elbowing, hitting Caleb Plant behind the head. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you because these things these things just pass by and nobody talks about it. I like to talk about this. Dave Benavides is just like the Cuban David Morel, who like to hit their opponents behind the head, who like to hit their opponents in the clinch. When the clinch you gotta stop throwing punches in the clinch, man. You gotta stop throwing punches in the clinch. They like to just keep throwing punches. That's when they get away with hitting their opponents behind the head. Behind the head. It is crazy, man. I'm saying it is crazy. I don't know. I saw a different Caleb Plant in this fight than the fight he fought against Canelo Alvarez. Even though Canelo Alvarez is faster than Dave Benavides, he's faster. Canelo Alvarez can punch as well, but I think Dave Benavides hit Caleb Plant even harder than what Canelo Alvarez hit him. So I think that there was something off in that fight, in the fight between Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. There was something off because Caleb Plant got hit hard. I'm telling you, he got hit hard in the inside. He got hit behind the head. He didn't go down. He didn't go down. So that knockout against Canelo was something. It was something that I didn't believe a lot. I didn't believe a lot. There was something strange there, weird. That he went down just with just with a punch like that. I think there were when there's a lot of money on the table, man, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. Caleb Plant just looked much better against Dave Benavides than what he looked against Canelo Alvarez. And I think Dave Benavides, even though Canelo Alvarez hits harder than Caleb Plant, he's not as fast as Caleb Plant. He's not as big. Caleb Plant is a big guy. So I think Dave Benavides could beat Canelo Alvarez, easy. I'm telling you, even though Canelo Alvarez could say I knock him out, you didn't. But right now, Canelo Alvarez is not even mentioning Dave Benavides. If Canelo Alvarez wanted to fight Dave Benavides and he saw that Dave Benavides couldn't knock out Caleb Plant and he knocked him out, then Canelo Alvarez would have been talking trash. He would have been saying, "Man, I ain't knocked Caleb Plant out, and this guy couldn't knock him out." He hasn't said anything like that. I haven't heard him. I don't know if he has said something. If he has said something that you can show me or tell me, and maybe I will believe you. But don't come to me telling me things that just things that come out of your mouth. Like this Paul Martinez came to my comment section telling me things that they have no meaning, that really that he has no facts on them. You can say whatever you want. You got to show me evidence. Show me evidence of what you're talking about. Okay, show me evidence. Okay, so that this is Eastern day, Friday, but those days, are for me are the same thing that any other day. For me, to praise the Lord is for it's an everyday thing, man. It's an everyday thing. We don't know when was the day that Christ died. The real day that Christ died. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows which was the real day. Okay, many people could say that, but they don't have the full knowledge of when Christ died and when he resurrected, and nobody knows that. So if you wanna worship God, you gotta worship God every day. Okay, family. So I can go like a happy Easter day or whatever, and it's not a real important day for me. For me, for you to if you want to worship God, you got to do it all days, all days. Let's go to church today because today is Easter. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Okay, family. So here we are. You can already you can see it right here, right here. You can see it right here. The bump he has behind his ear. He was getting hit behind the head a lot, family. I'm telling you, this was in the 12th round. Like I was telling you, I think that this guy could beat Canelo Alvarez easier than what he beat Caleb Plant. If you see these two men, they're almost the same size. Canelo Alvarez is a real small guy. This guy is a strong guy. Caleb Plant hit him with some great shots. I'm telling you, his face looks like that. He's got some bruises, but it's not like he fought a pretty good defensive fight. But Dave Benavides is a slow guy. He throws a lot of punches, and at the same time, if you're gonna use your elbows, you're gonna be hitting your opponent on the clinch. Um, you're just you could hurt your opponent by doing that, and the referee it's gotta be and he was warning Dave Benavides a lot. He was warning Dave Benavides, and these commentators were like, "Oh, but he's warning Dave Benavides, but he's not warning Caleb Plant, who is holding and holding all the time." Man, that's part of boxing, man. That's part of boxing. You gotta hold. There's some fighters that just fight like that. How about Floyd Mayweather? Mayweather was a holder. Mayweather was almost all the fight holding his opponents, holding his opponents. But using your elbows, hitting in the clinch, hitting your opponent behind the head. Take a look at this. Just take a look at this. I wanted to say something else because I'm gonna forget. Just like Dave Benavides can beat Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Belair could beat Canelo Alvarez as well. I think he can beat Canelo Alvarez as well. You know, um, It's Canelo Alvarez is gonna try to look for the easiest opponents. Right now, he's gonna fight Ryder, um, and just it happened when he fought Demetrius Bivol, where everybody thought he was gonna run through Demetrius Bivol. Demetrius Bivol beat him because he said the other day, because there are many people are criticizing him for taking the fight against Ryder, because many people are saying that he's gonna beat Ryder easy, and he's saying, "Oh, but many people thought that I was gonna beat Demetrius Bivol easy as well." So there you go. There you go. You know, and he knows that. He knows that he thought he was going to go and beat Demetrius Bivol easy. And that's not what happened. We all saw what happened. So let's take a look at this closer. Let's give it a closer. Take a look at this right here. Behind the ear. Behind the ear. Take a look at this, man. He's got a big bump right here. He was getting hit hard behind the head. Behind the head and the side of the head. It is illegal. You see many people criticizing Edgar Berlanga for trying to take a bite out of Angulo, but this is even dangerous. This is dangerous, even more dangerous than biting your opponent. This right here, this is you're watching right here. It is more danger. There are fighters who have died. There are fighters who have lost their life. Fighters who cannot move. Like Richard Colon right now. Putting your elbows in your opponent's face. Doing all of those things. If this guy fights David Morel, it's gonna be that is gonna be a UFC fight. A UFC fight. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. It is crazy. It is crazy. That was in the 12th round, right? I don't want to put the fight here because they're going to block the video, man. They're going to give me a copyright, and I don't want it, man. That was a pay-per-view fight, and I think they're going to give me a copyright, and I don't want another copyright. I don't have nothing to show you, family. I think, okay. I want to show you something. Let's go over here. Let's go over here because, I was telling you that Edgar Berlanga is fighting a guy who has 2 losses. David Morel is fighting a guy who has 2 losses as well. Okay, let's take a look at something. The 2 guys that the opponent that Edgar Berlanga is fighting, the two guys he lost against are 2 guys that one of them is still undefeated, and the other guy was a great fighter who was a champion, and there were 2 great fighters. Take a look at who this guy is fighting, man. Take a look at who this guy is fighting. This guy who is ranked number 8. You don't see the little Chucky saying, "Oh, mano, probably tiene que pelear un top 10, papi. Tiene que pelear un top 10. Hasta que no pelee un top 10 para mí no es bueno. No es bueno hasta que no pelee un top 10, no es bueno." Look, man, I'm telling you, this fat boy, the same fat boy, 27-2. This guy has 2 losses against who? Against who? The guy is ranked, I think, 28. This guy should be fighting at least a top 20 guy. A top 20 at least, or a top 15. The guy is ranked 28. He's from Ghana, 31 years old. 6 feet tall, 74 reach and a half. This is an easy win for this fight, for this guy. This is an easy win. And everybody's gonna give this guy all the credit. Oh man, he beat that guy with only 2 losses. He was ranked 28. That guy is a bum. That guy is a bum. But Edgar Berlanga fights any other guy, a guy who has fought better opposition like Angulo, who fought 2 undefeated guys and lost to 2 champions, and everybody's saying that the Edgar Berlanga beat a old guy who had 2 losses and all of this shit. You know,
Angulo is when he fought Edgar Belan, he was 38.
but he's still a strong guy. He's still a strong guy. This guy lost against this guy right here, Vladimir Trinsky. This guy who is ranked, I think, this guy is ranked 7, I think he is. But this guy is a nobody. Nobody knows about this guy. This guy, this is a nobody, man. I'm telling you. If you take a look at this fight, 8-58. Let's go to this guy. He looks like my cousin, Edward. He's 31 years old, 76 and 173 reach. This guy beat the same guy Edgar Belanga beat. Urias, Ulises Sierra. He beat Ulises Sierra when Ulises Sierra was undefeated by decision. By decision. By decision. Ulises Sierra, where is it? The internet is just crazy. It's going crazy. The internet is going crazy. Come on, man. Okay. Where's Ulises Sierra? Right here. He beat him by decision. Edgar Belanga knocked out this guy in the first round. Ulises Sierra. Okay? Okay? He's an undefeated guy. He's an undefeated guy. He beat who did he beat in his last fight? He's undefeated, but he's only got 14 wins with 8 knockouts. And he's ranked number 7. Take a look at this. He's ranked number 7. How can that be? How can that be? Because of the opponents he has beat? Because of the opponents? Is that it? And the internet is just that. He beat Jose Uzcategui in the last fight by decision. Jose Uzcategui is is a really, really slow guy, man. He's a slow guy. He's a big guy, but he's slow. And the guy has been, I think he has lost his last like 3 fights. So the guy is not this guy is not a great thing. Jose Uzcategui by decision. Oh, but Edgar Belanga beat someone by decision, and everybody's criticizing him. Let me see if I can take a look at something. This is slow as hell, man. I'm telling you. Take a look at this, man. Take a look at this. Take a look at this guy. The guy who is fighting Dave Morel. Take a look at this guy who he fought right here. 8-58, man. What is that? What is that? He fought this guy with only 1 loss. You know, he fought this guy with 16 and 0 in his last fight. He beat him. Let's see who this guy is. maybe that's the reason why he's getting the chance. His chance against Dave Morel. I'm telling you, man, this guy lost his 2. Let me show you his other loss. His other loss. He beat this guy by decision. Maybe it was a really, really close fight. So he lost to Vladimir Trinsky, who should have been fighting against Dave Morel, because that is a guy, and I don't think that's a great fighter either. You know, I don't think. And take a look at his other loss. Raymond Gatica. He got knocked out by this guy in the 4th round. A guy who had 2 losses. Okay? So that's the guy who's fighting El Chulo. El Chulo, El Chulo, El Chulo! El Chulo, El Chulo! El Chulo, El Chulo, El Chulo! El Chulo. Okay? So you don't see this guy is criticizing Dave Morel, who is a number 8 rank, who is a champion, who's got the regular belt, the WBA regular belt. You don't see these people criticizing because he's fighting a 28 ranked guy. Okay, with 2 losses, losses against nobodies, losses against nobodies. I'm telling you, man, it's just messed up, man. It's messed up. The fight between Dave Morel and Dave Benavides is going to be a UFC fight. They should talk with Dana White and make that fight in the UFC because, these 2 guys are just dangerous. Dangerous in the sense that they just go in there to just try to hit their opponent any way they can. And that is not boxing. We have rules in boxing. We have rules. And then when a boxer gets angry and tries to bite his opponent, tries to hit him low or try to do something, then that's the bad guy. That's the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy, right? Because I tried to bite my opponent because my opponent was fighting dirty. But nobody saw this. I'm the one talking about this. I'm the only one talking about this. Nobody saw this in that fight. I saw the fight, and they saw this. It is clear. You see it right there. The bump that Caleb Plant had behind his ear. Those are dangerous. That is dangerous. If something is dangerous, it is that. That's something that Dave Benavides and Dave would like to do. We got to talk about that because when it gets to the time when these guys are going to fight Edgar Berlanga, we need to know that, and we need to know that these people like to do that. Oh, but Edgar Berlanga likes to bite his opponent. He did it because of what I'm telling you. He was angry. And he was a little bit angry because he couldn't knock him out, maybe. But at the same time, he was angry because the guy was fighting dirty. The guy was fighting dirty. That is the main reason. The main reason. It's not that the Edgar Berlanga could have knocked him out. Edgar Berlanga was beating him easy with the jab. With the jab, he was beating the guy easy, and when he was hitting him, he was hitting him to the body. Great, he was doing a great job. A great job. To a guy who had lost against Dave Benavides and El Zurdo Ramirez. 2 undefeated champions by that time. Okay, that's all I have, family. Thanks a lot for your support, like always. I haven't been doing a lot of videos from here, from my house, but every time I can come out and make a video, I'm gonna come out and make a video and just talk to you guys and let you know what is going on, what is happening, and let you know things like this because we gotta talk about this. And that is gonna be the picture that they put in this title. That picture. And I'm gonna mark the part where Caleb Plant had the bump. Okay? So thanks a lot, family, for your support. Like always, we love you in the name of Jesus Christ. God bless Israel. God bless the United States of America. God bless this beautiful island. God bless your family. I will see you in my next video.